Hello, this is Dr. Darnice Martin, and welcome back in. It's been a minute since I've been on here with you. Lots been going on, and one thing I wanted to start sharing is some of my process as I step into the next stage of my evolution. And that's one of the things that I really teach, especially for Black women at midlife. Um, there comes a time when you're over 40 where you really realize that you have a lot more to give, you have a lot more to share. And to step into that often requires that we change up a lot of the things that are familiar to us. We change up a lot of the things that we've been doing as a matter of habit or, routine that's been associated with our life up to now. And y'all know I wrote the book 40 something 10 radical lessons for women on how to live and love without losing yourself. And that's really important because what can happen, especially when women fall into that very common trap of overgiving, is that at some point you look up and you've lost yourself. You don't know who you really are anymore. Somebody asks you, well, what are you going to do now that you are older? Maybe your kids have left to go to college, or they've left the house entirely, or you're at some new crossroads. Maybe you have a new relationship, or maybe you have a relationship that ended. Something happens. Sometimes it's a health challenge. Sometimes it's, who knows what. But it's something where you're like, wow, I really am taking stock of where I am now and what I really want next. And so I myself have been going through a number of changes. And it's funny because the universe works that way. Whenever I say I'm going to do a new thing or walk with my clients through a new thing, it's like the universe says to me, oh, yeah, well, let's make sure you walk through it first. And so what I intend to do is come on here and share a lot more of my own story about the things that I'm doing. One thing is I'm in the process of buying a house in Ohio, which is my hometown. I live in California now, but I'm moving to buy this house in Ohio. It's a lot more affordable than houses in California. And anyway, the house buying process is a lot. And I was thinking about, wow, there's a lot of information out there that people don't know that maybe I could share. There's also a lot of information about wellness and general empowerment for women at midlife that I could be sharing, and I'm not even sharing it. And so what I want to do is make some videos that are related to the things that I'm doing, expecting that it's going to help some of you too in your walk. So you can expect to find some more videos like that. In addition, I just wanted to come on and talk about, what's been happening with the representation of Black women in the media lately, because it's a doozy, as it always is. And, in many ways, it's our time as Black women. It is our time to get from underneath, like we have been the workhorses for literally centuries. People take our labor for granted. People take our vote for granted. People take our relationship loyalty for granted. And then when we shine in some way, people look at us like, oh, there you are, like you exist. And so, look, Ketanji Brown Jackson is our new Supreme Court Justice, and we tip our hats and everything at her. Not only because she is extraordinary in terms of her qualifications, but also because she had to undergo publicly that confirmation hearing of people trying to challenge her, of people treating her as if she was not qualified. And that is such a commonplace experience for Black women. No matter what qualifications you have, someone is there questioning you like you don't belong in the space. And there is Ketanji Brown Jackson, I guess now people call it just KBJ, right? There she is, shining with all of her degrees, all of her wealth of experience, all of her life. It seems that she's been groomed to be almost a perfect public personality, right? Like, I don't say a perfect person. We all have our challenges. But her public persona is almost perfect, like Michelle Obama, like Barack Obama. And yet, people of lesser experience, lesser training tried to come for her. And so what we witnessed her doing was holding her composure, fixing her face, as many of us grew up hearing from our mothers and grandmothers and aunties. Fix your face, which meant anything could be going on. Stuff may not be going your way at all. You may have just gotten disciplined in the church bathroom or wherever out in public, right? But fix your face. That means you better look like you have your act together no matter what's going on. So we saw Ketanji Brown Jackson do that. And if you watched any of the confirmation hearings, and of course you can find them online now, you watched her, the way that she would hold her body, her face, the long blink of her eyes. Other Black women saw that, because all of us in institutional spaces, corporate America, educational institutions, wherever, the institutions of America, especially the PWIs, the predominantly white spaces, spaces that challenge you on the basis of your race or your gender and or both. We have been in those scenarios where we've had colleagues or people in administrative or supervisory roles over us challenge us in ways where we know that we are far more qualified than the person even speaking to us. But of course you can't show that. Ketanji Brown Jackson did that. And so I want to applaud her as an extraordinary woman, right? Living the high vibe lifestyle that I often talk about. Being talked about by her friends who have known her for ages as being somebody who is, an extraordinary woman. Talking about her family, her daughters, her commitment to her family, and just shining. That's what you call Black girl magic right there. If it exists, Black girl magic, she demonstrated it. But my point is, for Black women, it is like we have to be extraordinary unicorns. Who else is held to such a standard? So that's why I have this channel, the way I have this channel. And you might have noticed that I changed the name of the channel, Black Women Deserve More. Because we deserve more than to be treated as if we're easily dismissed, as if we have not been doing the hard work of keeping life together, keeping communities together, households together, country together. I continue to get emails from Stacey Abrams' campaign. She's in Georgia, right? I'm in California, and I keep getting so many email or text messages actually from her campaign. And I love to support Stacey, but at the same time, I'm like, I have my own governor here I got to support. But here's Stacey, here's a little bit of something for you too in Georgia. People took Stacey Abrams for granted. Her labor, the Democratic Party, takes her for granted. There she is in Georgia, changing the state from red to at least purple, right? Doing all the things. And still, people want to question her. So again, this is why I changed the name of the channel, because it's important to me that I talk about the ways in which Black women are shining, are finally getting some recognition for being, for the labor, the serious labor that we do and have done, right? And to talk about that in ways that are completely unapologetic. We do not have to prove ourselves to anyone, despite what goes on in these internet streets, where there are men who have their channels telling women, especially Black women, how to be women. And I just really, as I told a friend of mine, pray for the day when Black women stop watching those videos and giving those men any kind of authority over your life. You can tell I get passionate about it. Why would you watch any man tell you how to be a better woman. And I just want to pass on, especially to my younger sisters who might be watching, 30 something, 20 something. It is not the role of a man to tell you how to be a woman. Imagine, as a woman, if you were telling a man how to be a man. Imagine his response. Oh, you're emasculating him, right? You're not letting him be a man. And yeah, there's a lot of men on this internet who feel the need, feel the, I don't know, feel in some sort of some kind of a way, feel compelled to tell women, to rate women in terms of their desirability, their high value status, whatever that means, right? So I continue to create this space to be a space where we as Black women are unapologetic about our shine, about our magic, about our accomplishments, about our goals. And even at midlife, we have a whole lot more to contribute. So I want to come on and share more about my, I guess maybe I don't know if I'm going to just make more videos or I'm going to vlog. I don't know, that might be ambitious. And take you along with me as I do some of the things that I'm doing in life now as I stretch and move and grow. Life always pushes us forward, propels us forward. And the question is, will you go? When life opens up new opportunities for you, will you go? Because it doesn't always look like it's easy. It requires us to change up some things, right? And it's not easy to make big changes. I'm in the midst of a lot of big changes right now, and it's not easy, but you kind of know when it's upon you to do it, right? You know when it's really deep down in you and it's time to do that. It's also the time to reach out for a coach. And you'll hear me talking a lot more about my diamond level coaching program for Black women at midlife. Enrollment will be opening soon for diamond level coaching for Black women at midlife because we have to support each other. And I am 100% committed, 120,000% committed to helping Black women live, love, and thrive without losing ourselves as we step into the next stage of our own evolution. We don't need anybody's permission. Sis, you don't need anybody else's permission. Live your life, do you, think big, grow big, reach out for help. Hey, put in the comments, you're interested in finding out more information about diamond level coaching. I'll be opening enrollment, I don't know, in the next 30 days or so, but it'd be great to have you on the waiting list. Yeah, so write in the comments that you'd like to find out more information about that. And I will wrap it up here. All right, bye for now.